Commander Subramanian, so far that you've seen the level of the water here and your boats and the expectations from the people, how are all of them merging?
I believe the entire thing is now about 4 to 5 days old. As of now, it is more of a sustenance. The things is going to improve only when the water starts receding, which I think it is already happening. So as of now, their main requirement, as I see, is more in terms of medicine to mainly prevent the spreading of any other issues in terms of everyone is complaining of fever and headache and other issues. In the entire morning stretch, I think we have distributed quite a number of medicines. So it is an ongoing thing. Probably I expect maybe another 3 to 4 days, the levels should recede and things should improve.
And we've seen what, according to your boat can manage about what, a meter because of the onboard.
Yeah, this is a rubber inflatable boat operated by the OBM with the lower thing around 0.8 meters of water, about 2.5 feet. I am pretty comfortable.
And we've gone up to about 3 meters.
Yeah, gone up to I can go to any place, and wherever it is shallow, probably people can get down and I can drag it till the time I get sufficient depth. So that way, because of the dimension of the water and it being a quite flexible, it's an apt platform to go into the bylanes and other places where possibly the bigger boats like the boats cannot actually do. Army boats are slightly longer. So that way this gives me a lot of flexibility.
And also in terms of yours and your crew's experience. The Army, of course, they have their boats, but you have a specialized experience in working with water and if necessary at some point diving.
Absolutely. I have a team with me who all are divers. Of course, there is no diving requirement per se, but the level of comfort, level of competence in water is much more. So that way we are more comfortable in water. And since, as I said, this boat is a fantastic thing. So it enables me access to a lot of places. This has its own minus point. Recently you have seen, I got this entire thing flooded with this particular thing. It's a little delicate. A lot of underwater protrusions are there. But I suppose that's okay. Once we get back, we'll patch it up and we'll be ready to go in the morning.
Sure. Again, the need we saw was basically for water sometimes, medicine as you pointed out, and an interesting point which now you have conveyed to the teams that are bringing in relief, which is things like candles because they don't have power.
Yeah, that's correct. We have conveyed this particular thing because we actually now wanted to know what exactly are the items they are in need. I understand they have in fact stored quite a number of provisions in terms of food and other things, and they have had time to take it up to their first floor or second floor or something. But things like drinking water and possibly candle and matchstick, which I believe is now assuming a lot of significance. So we'll augment all these things tomorrow and start distributing this to the places, because I think it will be quite a few days away till the time the electricity comes into being. So
another difference that we've already seen is with the Army boats, which are much wider and bigger. You've managed to maneuver in lanes which possibly no one has got to.
Yeah, absolutely, because dimensionally I'm smaller, but that also is a slight disadvantage because my carrying capacity is accordingly that much lesser than that of a bow. But then there are pros and cons. So wherever the shadow region which those boats cannot go, these things can go. So you would have watched in the morning also, we have been able to go to quite a bit of remote areas. So that's a plus point. I'm hoping another boat to be joining me maybe by this evening. So probably we'll be 3 boats by tomorrow.
Are you all right? In comparison to other similar situations you faced, how do you view what we are doing here now?
This is, I would say, somewhat nothing very different. Whatever flood relief experience what I have had in Orissa, it is somewhat similar. Probably here the magnitude is much more and maybe it is a little unprecedented. They have not faced this kind of a flood, so maybe people are not all that prepared. But I'm sure now the worst is behind us, so it's just a matter of time. So I hope it should, things should improve.
Commander Subramanian, the worst is behind us, I hope. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Thanks.